The first-person camera perspective is a conceit or style of filmmaking that is probably best known for video games. Popular video games like Call of Duty or Doom or even Star Wars Battlefront, where basically you have the first-person perspective of moving your character through various environments and taking on various enemies as though you were the actual character within the video game. It's a style of filmmaking that is not often used in feature films. Examples come to mind, such as Doom, the poorly conceived film adaptation of the popular game franchise, or more recently, Sacha Baron Cohen's The Brothers Grimsby, which features a couple POV action sequences and comedy sequences. Now, because POV is obviously your perspective, and as a requirement of POV, there is obviously going to be a ton of shaky cam. So basically, if you suffer from motion sickness or get headaches from shaky cam or any kind of style like that, like for example, say the Blair Witch or paranormal films, where there's a lot of shaky cam, this film, Hardcore Henry, is not for you. Hardcore Henry is, I believe, one of the first full-length feature films that fully utilizes POV, first-person perspective. And for the entire film, basically you are seeing the action through the eyes of the titular character, Henry. And seeing this movie, if you are suffering from motion sickness, you're not going to survive. So I do not recommend it. However, if you can stomach this style of filmmaking, guerrilla style filmmaking, you're going to be in for a treat. This is probably it's a truly stylistic, gratuitous, over-the-top symphony of mayhem and violence that just boggles the mind on how they pulled this thing off. It's a pretty basic story about a man who discovers he's become a cyborg and is now going after various enemies with his newfound abilities. And if you've seen the trailer, you get a taste of just what he is capable of and just what exactly you're going to be seeing. Don't want to go too much detail into what exactly goes down in the film, but there's a lot of story details that were withheld from the trailer itself. But in terms of enjoyment factor, I kind of equate it to the Clive Owen action comedy Shoot to Kill, or Shoot 'Em Up. Sorry, yeah, Shoot 'Em Up, which out of nowhere I just saw, and I just had an absolute blast with Shoot 'Em Up. It was just funny, over the top, and brutally violent. Now this one isn't on the same level as Shoot 'Em Up, but it is very brutally violent and very innovative. And again, it's a wonder to behold just to see how they pull this off. The film obviously looks like it was shot entirely on GoPro, and the action sequences they pull off, that they choreograph, are just like moves from one sequence to another that you're wondering is like, how long did it take to set these shots up? Like, for example, there's a chase scene on the highway where you literally, Henry goes, it's in the trailer, I believe, Henry goes through a van. I mean, he comes off a bike into a van, kills everyone in the van, comes out on the other side, and gets back into his mode of transportation that he was on. So it's just stuff like that. That's pretty much what goes on for the entire 95 minutes or so of the feature. There is a lot more to this film than just gratuitous violence and mayhem, and there's an actual story here that unfolds from beginning to end, and it's actually quite an engaging sci-fi tale being told here. But Hardcore Henry is directed by Ilya Naishuller. This is his first film. Previously, he directed a music video, and it features the main names that you'll recognize are Tim Roth and Sharlto Copley, who plays a rather eccentric character. But the film also features Haley Bennett as Estelle, Henry's wife, and the villain, Aiken, played by Danila Kozlovsky, who's quite effective. And basically, Hardcore Henry is just a intense, insane, over-the-top cacophony of violence and mayhem that is just a sight to behold. You're either going to be into it or you're not. And as for me, I was totally into it and rather enjoyed myself. Although I might have gotten a tinge of a headache by the time the film ended. But yeah, the film kept me engaged, and I was totally locked into my POV, or Henry's POV, depending on whatever you prefer. And it ended up being a lot of fun. So, Hardcore Henry, I would give 3.5 stars out of 5. Almost a 4. 4 stars out of 5, but the story just didn't get it there. But just overall, for the innovation that was on exhibition here, it's a very enjoyable ride. So, Hardcore Henry, 3.5 stars. If you like this review, hit that like button below. Have you heard about Hardcore Henry? Are you a fan of the POV perspective? What are your favorite POV video games? And please comment below. Let me know. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so you can stay on top of my reviews as they come in. So, until next time, we'll see you